everybody, Stampin' Georgia here, Georgia Jagger, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you like glitter and sparkle, you're going to love the idea and technique that I'm going to show you today. I am going to show you how to make this wonderful glittery frame. I don't really have a name for this technique, but it's one we used to use packing tape to get this, and now we have these wonderful self-adhesive sheets that work wonderful. So come on, let's get started. So here is the card again, and you can just see how much sparkle we get because it literally, there is glitter that is stuck to that entire surface over the happy birthday. So I'm going to tell you first about the stamp that I used. I used the happy birthday from the window shopping stamp set. I wanted a bold one that would show up well through my glitter. But I'm going to go ahead and switch it up and take this same card this time around when I show you and use the Thanks for Everything out of All Things Thanks. So I'm using the color Berry Burst, the new in colors, and I've taken a piece of white cardstock that is 2.5 by 3.5. I'm going to ink that up really good, and again I want a bold image. I'm going to stamp that first. Just make sure I get a good impression. I always use my Stampin' Pierce mat when I stamp, whether I'm using photopolymer or my red rubber stamps, because I just think it gives me the best impression possible. So my next step is I've cut a piece of self-adhesive sheets that same size, 2.5 by 3.5. I'm going to peel the back off, and depending on where you've cut this out of the sheet, sometimes that's the most difficult part of this project. I'm going to apply that. So I peeled off the protective layer that says Sizzix, and I'm going to press that adhesive side right over my stamped image. Then I'm using the layering ovals framelits to make my frame. I've already cut an oval out of Berry Burst. I'm going to use the same size. And what's the beauty of stamping first and then cutting is you can center it when you cut or straighten. So I'm going to go ahead and run that through the Big Shot, through the magic of television. There I have that all cut out, the size that I need. It's the same size as my Berry Burst oval. Now I want to turn that into a frame. So I had already cut it out with the larger of the two. I'm going to take the smaller one and just set that right on it, center it so that it actually will hide the whole frame. Run that through the Big Shot, and now what I have is the perfect frame for my oval. Next step is to peel the second protective layer off, and that's going to reveal the shiny adhesive that's underneath. And then this, as long as you don't press hard, you'll be able to get it on straight before it sticks. So just kind of start at one end and be gentle and kind of guide it onto your frame. And the beauty of using the self-adhesive sheets is that entire surface is going to be sticky, but I don't get glue all over me. So it's kind of an unmessy way. And I put my glitter in like a sandwich size container because now I can just sit the whole project in there. Press the adhesive side down. And there you have it. I've got a lovely glittered message. So now I can just assemble my card. I have already taken a piece of Whisper White that was 4 by 5.25, and I've run that through the Big Shot with the ruffled texture, actually dynamic texture folder. And of course I could use this side or I could use this side. And so since I did the other side on the previous card, let's go ahead and try with the more solid print. Attach that. Taking a piece of berry burst ribbon. Part. And we'll just trim that. If you need to adjust where it's positioned, I might want it farther over to the right. You just kind of keep slipping and sliding. Now I'm going to put that piece onto my card. And you guys already know this trick, but you got to use every bit of your dimensionals. So we're going to cut those apart. Attach that to my card base that started out 5.5 by 8.5. Whisper white. And then we'll add some of those dimensional pieces on the back of our oval to attach it to our card front. And there we have an equally as pretty thank you as we did birthday. And we'll show you those together. Don't you just love that sparkle? And who isn't going to love getting one of those? So there you have it, a fun and easy glitter technique that doesn't have to involve messy glue. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you'll give this shimmery idea a try.